Welcome. My name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise, and I want to talk to you during this this video about how I am maintaining my weight loss, what I'm doing to continue on this journey, what I'm doing to keep things moving and keep myself actively engaged and actively involved. What am I doing to maintain my health journey? Like I said, my name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise. I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And this is my year of focus, focusing on what matters, focusing on all aspects of my life regarding my health, my overall health, wellness, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial journeys, and just diving deeper into how to fine tune it and keep them going, keep them strong, keep them healthy. So during this video, I'm just going to pop in and give you just things that I am doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, all throughout that will help me, that is helping me to maintain on this journey. First thing, and these are not in any particular order, just as I go through my day, I'll talk about them. But the first thing is exercise. So with my exercise, I am doing things that I enjoy. And if I start not to enjoy them, then I switch it up and do something else. So I'm remaining flexible. So right now I'm about to get on my treadmill and do a quick run, about 3.1 miles, 5K run. I am striving to improve and hit a personal record this year with my running. I started running last year in 2024 and have continued it on. Prior to doing running, I was just walking on a treadmill. So I always say start where you can and work your way to where you want to be. And that's what I'm doing for my personal exercise journey, my movement. I am building upon running every session. So let me just get into my run. But try to stay active at least 150 minutes per week. So that could be 30 minutes 5 times a week, or however you want to, separate it. But try to just get active and get moving and do what you love. If that's jump rope, do jump rope. If that's walking, do walking. If that's skipping, do skipping. But do something that you like. And then when you don't like it, or if it's getting boring and you want to change it up, change it up. Change it up. You're not stuck in a box and have to continue to do things as is. Change it up. And that's what I did at the end of 2024 is I changed up my exercise routine and started incorporating running. Okay, let me get into my run and we'll chit chat some more. Whew. All right, y'all. So finished my run for the day, and believe me, some days I do not feel like getting up to actually get into a formal exercise, today being one of them. But it always, when I do it, it always just helps with my mental state. It helps my body feel good. I just feel good overall during, well, not at first during, but during, and then especially after I get that movement in. And we'll talk more about what I'm doing for my mental state during my health journey. Let me go freshen up first. Okay, I know I look a little crazy right now, but I'm doing multiple things at once. I wanted to hop back on here and just talk to you guys about what I'm doing for my mental state as it relates to my health journey and how it's helping me to continue to go through with my health journey and maintaining and accomplishing different goals that I set. So right now I am actually braiding my hair because I have a couple of things coming up this weekend. We are celebrating my mother's 70th birthday coming up this weekend. So just preparing for that. What I do is I braid my hair. I'm kind of a creature of habit, and we'll get into that. But I braid my hair if I don't have it, because I don't like it pinned up. I just don't like it pinned up. But I braid my hair so that it can have a little bit of crimp and curls to it, when I'm trying to get a little bit more fancier. But just braiding this down, and this will stay in throughout the week. So if I do pop in throughout the week, you'll notice that I have some of these braids in, and I try to braid it so that it can be in a manageable style while it is braided. So Yeah, so I'm doing that as I work. But regarding my emotional aspect of my journey, I just try to find ways to help me with managing stress, and if I'm feeling overwhelmed, managing that. And one way is exercise. So, like I said this morning, I did not really feel like getting up and doing my exercise, but once I got into it, I was able to use that time to reflect, use that time to think about things upcoming and how I can manage to get through those different things. Just have my time with God, even though I'll talk about that too. I already had my prayer time, but just being on that treadmill and having that time to myself while I was exercising helps me to continue to be reflective. And I do want to, for my exercise, get off of the treadmill and move into being outside as it gets, if once it gets warmer. And I want to sign up for a 5K and transition from running on the treadmill to doing a 5K. So later on today, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to sign up for my first 5K today. Well, it's not necessarily my first 5K, but the first 5K that I will attempt to actually run in instead of just walking. But yeah, so exercise, start where you can, managing stress, find ways that you, things that you enjoy, exercising, journaling. So, like I said this morning, I already completed my day in the 100 Days of Believing Bigger book. I also had my reflective and prayer time with Yahweh, with God, and I am getting back into writing down my prayers. So I did that on today, and also just in doing my Bible study. So a scripture that I reflected on today was in Colossians, the first chapter, verses 9 through 10, but then I went ahead and went back and read verses 1 through 18 to get a better understanding of what was going on in verses 9 and 10. So I did that this morning. So just taking the time to have that alone time with Yahweh also helps you to better yourself, get in tune with him. That's something that I'm working on closer this year, is being able to actually hear and understand and act upon what Yahweh has for me. So having that alone time with him this morning really helps that. And like I said, it also helps with my emotional, my mental state as well. Another thing that I'm working on and continuing to be reflective on practicing is not wearing the Superwoman cape, even though I got this towel on right now. It looks like a cape, but I done that, been there, done that, being the Superwoman and trying to be all for everyone. And in turn, what it did for me is it took away me being there for me. And don't get me wrong, I will always be there for everybody else. But I have learned that I have to be there for myself first in order for me to be there for others. So that has really helped me with my mental state, because I found in the past that I tried to be the fixer person for everything, and when the things didn't get fixed, or when things were out of my control, it really affected my mental state, my emotional state, and I let that go. What I try to do nowadays is I try to be there for people, but when I'm there for them, I'm more of a listener, and then more of a reflector, so that I can help, or I can give questions or give feedback that will lead them into being reflective themselves and understanding what may be going on within themselves for themselves. Because I found that even with myself, once I realized what was going on with myself and I became in tune with myself, I was able to better fix what was going on with myself. And I'm continuing to work on that every single day. This is an ongoing journey. Let me get back to this. When I come back, I probably should be finished with this, but we'll talk about some other things that I'm doing to help me to go through this health journey, just basically going through life itself at this point, and how it's going to help me to continue to maintain and be successful in my overall journey in life. Another thing that I make sure I do is I try to drink a lot of water. Well, put it like this. Some people have limitations to the amount of water that they can drink. So I would say just drink the amount of water that's appropriate for you. I try to drink 2 of these. This is a 40-ounce tumbler. I try to drink 2 of these a day. During parts of my journey, I was drinking 3 of these. Sometimes I do drink 3 of these now. If I'm feeling really thirsty, like after a good workout, I might jug down some water. But just trying to stay hydrated, because that helps with weight loss. That helps with maintaining. That also helps because sometimes we may think that we're hungry, but we're really just thirsty. So that helps as well. Now, I am kind of hungry right now. So I'm going to go and find out what I'm about to eat for lunch. Literally, as I was coming into the kitchen to think about lunch, my dog, he is at his dog appointment, or his doctor appointment. Um, you can drop them off. Did you know that you can drop your dogs off to their doctor appointment and then come back and pick them up? So I gotta go run and pick them up. But also, I got to pick up my child from school because I pick him up every day during my lunch break. So I'm going to have to do something quick for lunch today. So I'm going to do a shake. I'm going to do a protein shake. I haven't eaten yet today. Because I'm a creature of habit, I tend to reach for the same things over and over pertaining to my diet. So I kind of have the same things all the time. Shakes. In the morning, definitely in the morning, I have a protein shake. I'm looking for spinach. With my protein shakes, I tend to just do the same things over and over. That's generally what I do with a lot of my nutrition options, a lot of my food choices. It's the same things over and over. So that helps me as well on this health journey. It's just kind of building habits, building upon them, doing the same things over and over. But then when it's time to try different things, I'm not scared to. I don't restrict myself regarding my diet. I don't restrict myself to a certain type of diet, because if you remember that video, we're not dieting anymore. Remember the video I did the other, maybe a couple weeks ago? We're not doing these fad diets that will get us a couple pounds down and then we can't sustain that diet. So we're not doing that anymore. But what I do is I try to have balanced nutrition, balanced meals throughout. Like, for instance, tonight we're going to have hamburger patties. They're going to be probably mixed with some gravy, a vegetable on the side. For this protein shake today, I am just going to put in some almond milk. I need to hurry up so I can go pick up the dog and then go pick up my son. So almond milk. I am going to put in some Greek yogurt, since this is the first thing I've eaten all day today, and it is already 1:30. A glob of yogurt. Eat the rest. And this is unflavored, so some spinach. And I'm going to go for some vanilla protein powder today. Because I am a creature of habit, I have already had a scoop of greens and L-glutamine. I do this every day. So did that. Okay, what else? Oh, so like I said, spinach. I got a handful of spinach I'm going to add to this as well, and some berries. And these berries are frozen, and they're raspberry, blueberries, and blackberries in here. I just build upon different habits that are already in place to continue to make things easier and sustainable for me. Now, this is not the prettiest shake there is, but guess what? It's still packed with protein. It has fruits, it has vegetables, and it's good. So it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It might not be pretty, but you have to do what works best for you. And I also try to, I gotta go because I gotta go pick up the dog and the child. But I try to do things that I can sustain, and I try to not make it overcomplicated, because life in general can already be complicated. And that's how I am, just continuing to get through this thing called life and continue to maintain, on my health journey. Putting on my shoes. All right. Let me grab my phone. and off to get the dog and the child. Another thing that I'm doing, let me turn up the heater. But another thing that I'm doing on my health journey is making sure that I follow up with my doctor. Just like I'm taking my dog to I took him to his doctor appointment and going to go pick him back up right now. Making sure that I have my regular follow-ups with my primary care provider who manages my type 2 diabetes. So he's the one who prescribes the medication Mounjaro for me. If you don't know, I am on the medication Mounjaro. All about that is in the playlist linked above. But also, I have my eye appointments that I follow up with, dentist appointments. Sometimes in the past, I know for me in the past, I avoided sometimes going to the doctor because you know why? I just didn't want to hear what I knew that they or he was going to say, because I knew that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. So make sure you follow up with your provider, even though it might be the hard truth that you hear at first. But once you have a changed mindset and you start to really dive deeper into your health journey, then you'll start getting good reports from the doctor and things like that. So I know a lot of times in our culture, people avoid going to the doctor because of what may have happened in the past, what may, other family members may have gone through, or, just other experiences. But please make sure you follow up with your providers and understand the plan of care that they have placed for you. And if you have questions or you don't feel that that is the correct plan of care for you, be an advocate for yourself and talk to those providers. And then if you need to, change the provider, but just be an advocate for yourself while you are seeing your different providers. But yeah, I'm almost here to pick up my dog, and from there I will pick up my son and then back home. I'm back at work, and this is my second pull up for the day. So making sure to get my water in.
Daydream with me, let your mind explore all the things we were created for. Possibilities, an open door that keeps us reaching out for more. Sure that I'm not sure, I know when I don't know it, so I listen for my inner voice. Carry the winds, drown out the rain.
I kind of abandoned y'all on yesterday, but today is Tuesday, January the 14th, and this is my first meal for the day. I may have another smoothie along with it, but it is a little wrap. Under here is just basically a can of chicken, chicken breast. I just, right out the can, I drained it, and then I added a little bit of light mayonnaise. I added a little bit of Mrs. Dash seasoning because that's what was in there. And then I put a slice of American cheese down there. I just sliced it because we don't have any more shredded cheese, so I was not able to put shredded cheese on this. And then some lettuce, and there are cherry tomatoes that I chopped in half and put on there too. So I have two wraps. These are the low carb wraps. This is another way. Like I said, I try to do things balanced and eat things in moderation. Here, this is an example of a more healthier option of a wrap. But during the week, I try to, as much as I can, eat, making sure I have the vegetables and the fruits and the more nutritious value items on my plate, so that when I do splurge here and there, it's okay. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a shake with this just to add some more vegetables because I can put spinach in it and protein powder in it to get some more protein because this is it's lunchtime and this is the first thing that I'm eating today. So yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my desk, back to drinking my water. But let's just sum up what I'm doing, what has helped me in this journey to continue on, like I always say, or to just stay motivated. Sometimes we might get off track. Sometimes we might, have our downs, but get back on. Consistency, finding things that I like doing and sticking with those things. And then if I don't like it, change it up. Being flexible, doing my cardio, my strength training, making sure that I am eating a well balanced diet, managing my stress, staying hydrated. All those things are good. All those things are good. But what keeps me grounded is continuing to pour into myself. Y'all know I have a lot of self help books, but also continuing to seek out, listen to, and act upon the Word of God. Y'all, just now, y'all saw this morning I did my Bible study, and in that Bible study, I was in Matthew, the 28th chapter, verse 16 to 20, the Great Commission. I was reading upon that, and then there was a little space. There was a passage up there where it talked about the woman and how the Great Commission relates to women. So I was reading on that and just, doing my 100 Days of Believing Bigger book, and then also writing down my reflections and my prayers. So I did that. And through that, I forgot to actually go into my cell phone, into the Bible app, even though I had already went into the Bible app to highlight Matthew, the 28th chapter, and verse 16 through 20. But I had highlighted that this morning. You see that I highlighted that this morning. So I had already went into the Bible app, but so up here in the Bible app, you have your community page, and then you also have the today page. And so on the today page, you can go to whatever verse it is today. Y'all look at that verse. I'm telling you, being in tune with God. This says, "For I, the Lord your God, will hold your right hand, saying to you, fear not, I will help you." Whew. Part of what I'm doing in this journey is conquering fears. That's what keeps me going as well. Finding new things, doing new things, finding, out more about myself and releasing fears or conquering fears and being victorious over those fears and conquering anxieties and worries and things like that and getting free from strongholds and things like that. So when I looked at that verse just now, I'm telling you, this journey is nothing without him. So this morning I did go live, and that's another thing that I'm working on this year is going live. I was allowing fear of the unknown. Like, what could happen if I go live? Will anybody be on there? Blah, 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 blah. I was allowing that to hold me back from doing that live or doing any live. I've done a live here and there, but very rare, as you can tell. Because this is the fear of the unknown. So, or not being able to control the situation because I can't, if I do a video, I can edit it, and I can't edit live. You can't stop and go, So, but God told me this morning, do it. I got you. I got you. Do it. There was one crazy person who did jump on, and I blocked him. I mean, that's all you got to do. I rebuked him and the who or her or whatever the case may be, or what they were trying to accomplish, and I continued on. So I say all that to say, during your journey, this journey called life, your health journey, your wellness journey, putting him first will continue to keep you grounded. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. There's going to be times where You may want to give up, but continue to be consistent, to continue to first put Him first, put God first, keep Him involved in all, be consistent, have that well balanced diet. Don't be afraid of changing things. Change your diet. You know, you may try new food, you may try this, you may try that. Change your exercise as you see fit, as you get, bored or something. You're able to do something and you want to change it up and go a little higher or whatever the case may be. Don't be afraid of change. Make sure to manage stress, however you feel the need to do that. Journaling, talking with a therapist, um, praying, meditating, however you feel the need to manage your stress. Sleep, staying hydrated. All those things will help you along the way. But like I said, put Him first, and from there, everything else will fall in line. I'm going to end the vlog here, y'all. I'm going to end this video here. That was impactful for me enough. That was enough for me. That was enough for me. Hopefully you got that out of there, that He will always be with you. Fear not. So, for I, the Lord your God, let's read it one more time. For I, the Lord your God, will hold your right hand, saying to you, fear not. I will help you. He's going to help you along the way, every step of the way, one day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you guys. As always, I love you guys. I just appreciate you guys. More to come, more to come, more to come. We're going to continue on this journey. We're going to continue to live healthy, sustainable lives, one day at a time, one step at a time. We're going to continue to be the best us that we can be. Until the next video, God bless.